Hey, what's up everybody? I'm on the Power Pole channel and welcome to a quad focused leg day where I will be commenting on how to do weightlifting focused squats and going hard to failure. Let's see it. Dog warning, the feet will be shown. Sorry. Anyways, welcome everybody. Today we're going to be going over some proper weightlifting Tom Platz-esque squats. I'm going to walk you through my quad dominant leg day. I do throw a little bit of hamstring in there, but mainly we're just focused on getting some heavy squats in. And I did do some other accessory work, but it's a very focused squat day. That is mainly because I haven't had a very focused squat day in a while. So if you look at the grander scope of things, it's pretty justified. Anyway, just hang around and we'll go through some cool techniques. I'll go through kind of what I do as I move up the weight here. So let's get right into it. That was a 45-pound warm-up. Alright, so we got the next clip here. Pretty typical. Going up in weight. Here I am slapping a plate on. Anyway, talking about weightlifting squats. So if you're going to be doing them, you definitely need to have some shoes or block. I choose a block. I personally like that better. Never tried shoes, but this block has just been working real well for me. Beside the foam floor, the block is a solid wood platform I could just stand on. It feels powerful. I could drive the force through my feet a lot better. I feel much more confident with higher weight doing it on the blocks. Tom Platz, you're gonna hear me reference him a lot. He had his shoes even have wood at the bottom on the feet. He had custom shoes, weightlifting shoes for bodybuilding type squats. And honestly, my experience with this little wood setup has, I feel, emulated that very well. So that's one thing I'm a big believer in, is the heel elevation aspect of it. Because if you go into a squat position on your feet to get the extra range of motion with your quads, you need to have a little heel elevation. You know, do it yourself, do an experiment, squat down, and then raise your heels off the floor. You'll see the extra tension on your quads, and in my personal opinion, it makes a super big difference. Alright, here I put on a belt because I wanted to speed up the warm-up a little bit. Alright, so as you can see, another thing I'm doing is bouncing out of the bottom. So what does that mean? That means, oh, and this is 185 by the way. Moving up to a plate and a half for some more bounce squats. Bouncing out of the bottom essentially means using the little stretchy part of the muscle when you get enough momentum going downward to spiral you back up to toward the top. It only works for a little bit, but you could do this on a number of exercises. Squat is one of them. Let's see this 185 here. Nice and speedy, looking good. Don't usually warm up a crap ton, but it is important to warm up, even if sometimes just going right into it feels more confident. Alright, so we got 215 on the bar now. We're gonna go for a double. And this is not the set to failure, but there's obviously going to be a set to failure in here somewhere. This is just a top double for the day to mark progress. You can see I get a big brace, sink the hips, bounce up, and a very speedy squat at 215. It's hard to do it again though, but let's see if I can manage it. Focus. Yep. That one was difficult, and I stepped forward a little bit, but you know what? It's alright. Don't just take it from me though. This has been widely said by Tom Platz. I credit myself with doing a pretty similar version of his style of squats. As we can see, I'm playing a little bit of his footage from a leg training camp on screen right now. He talks about bracing his whole body, his nose, his ears, his feet, etc. He talks about the bounce. He's wearing a belt. The only thing I don't really do is I don't have the towel, but I could see how you need the towel with the amount of volume Tom Platz was doing. So, you know, adapt to your training. But as you can see, he's going all the way down. He has on squat shoes. He's a big believer in the heels. Look up any Tom Platz YouTube short. You're going to find it eventually. All the way down, all the way up. Yeah, it is a very pure form of a squat. When I found it originally, I had to take a huge tank in weight because of the just drastic difference in the level of difficulty that it takes to do this weightlifting style of squat, even with the bounce at the bottom. It is difficult, but it is very rewarding. As per the dangers, I've been doing this for 2 to 3 years now. I have not had any trouble, but I don't know. I mean, Tom Platz was doing it, I'm doing it. Don't feel much knee trouble yet, but let me know what you think. Do you do this and do you feel pain? I don't know. Anyway, here I am messing around with some arm wrestling stuff and setting up my squats for failure. Oh yeah, here we go. Alright, here's the killer set. Everyone's afraid of it, but gotta do it nonetheless. So today I did quite a hybrid set, but the goal mainly was just to get some weight on my back and to squat it. So you can see I'm doing a few paused. At this point my legs are cooked from the warm-up sets and the heavy double. So I'm really just trying to survive these reps here. Tom Platz used to do 40, 60, 80 plus reps. I haven't really felt the need to do that. I've been able to grow with relatively low reps, but relatively high intensity. I'm coming back to squats after quite some time, just doing adductor and quad work. So it does translate. As we can see, I go for another one here, and that's the failure rep where I just roll it off my back. And surprise, there's more work to be done after this. So thought I felt a little tweak there, but I'm good. So we're gonna get into the bodyweight squats with a deep stretch at the bottom. This just sets my legs on fire. I love the feeling. They're very difficult, especially after you just did reps of whatever this is, 165 till failure. I'm going to keep going. Big deep breath, stretch it out at the bottom, and push from that difficult position. Very little cheating involved, a little assistance with the arms. And we got to go until failure again. True muscular failure. Not mental. That one got to me a little bit, but I'm going to make sure to cement it right here. And I could see that I could clearly push no more. Still gonna give it another try though anyway. And there it is. That is the superset squats into a sissy squat kind of thing till failure. Those feel really great on the legs. They do take a little bit of gall though, but it is worth it, I do have to say. Takes a little work to get up, but overall pretty high reps for, you know, set in general. You can see I'm happy about the double. Alright, please enjoy a close-up of my gear. This is my little squat device. You can see I, ratchetly screwed into wood screws right there, but you can see it's about half an inch of elevation. My foot just kind of hangs off like that. There's no edge. I didn't feel really a need, but it's pretty narrow stance. I think that's what I was signaling. Just goes right down there in the middle. I'm going to show you this form from the side so you could see the Tom Platz energy. Let's see it. So get a good setup, make sure it's even on both sides. I put my fingers just a thumb's width away from the center knurling. I'm gonna get that on my traps, which you should have developed. Develop your traps for squats, just makes sense. So gonna step on the big meaty bit of the squat block I made. Right now it's a little crooked. Gonna straighten up, big brace into the abs, and bounce out of the bottom. That one was a bit of a butt wink, but there we go. That was a pretty straight one. You don't really want butt wink, but mistakes happen. You just want to have your back be really straight and not have that pelvic tilt. Also, sorry folks, but I did do a set of leg extensions to failure. My phone just died. There it goes. And I also did a set of RDLs to failure. But you're just going to have to take my word that I didn't skip out on it. Anyway, I'll take this time to talk about really what I do in those. So, for the leg extensions, it's just quad focused again. It's basically to get anything you didn't get done in squats, really. It's just a very pure quad movement. At least that's why I like it. So, I go on the quad extensions to just kill it the rest of the way, and that's to failure. I actually did a drop set today, and advice I have for that one is just to fully lock out your legs at the top, because you'll realize how much harder, you could crank out leg extensions with X amount of weight, but to lock your knees at the top of the leg extension is so much harder. I would recommend trying it because, oh man, was that a huge change. Anyway, I'm setting up the RDLs right now. I got 225s on the deadlift bar, and I'm going to make that a very hamstring focus. This is mainly a quad day, but figured I'd add a little hamstring in there. Nobody really cares about hamstrings, honestly. They are important though, so I did do a set to failure to get them moderately trained up. It's important to stretch as well. But as for the RDLs go, mainly just doing a deadlift, but feel your hamstrings. You can extend your legs like you're doing a toe touch right there, and oh man, will those train your hamstrings. It's kind of a heavy duty hamstring training movement, if that makes any sense, but it is a great movement nonetheless, especially if you don't like those pesky hamstring curls. I am personally not a big fan. So let's see the beginning footage of the RDLs before my phone cuts out. Anyway, just trust that I went really hard on these. But anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for this weightlifting squat talk video and walk through leg day with me. Anyway, thank you for making it this far.